Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 25 of my Ruthless SSF run on the Settlers League. I'm warming up to the Volatile Dead character. Don't get me wrong, it definitely has some problems, some things I still want to work on. What's probably going to happen is he's going to get shelved at some point if I hit a wall or if I just feel like taking a break from him. There's some gear that I think would make it a lot better, but at the same time, I kind of want to play this as either cast on crit or cast while channeling or something like that. But I haven't locked in anything yet, but so far I'm really enjoying playing it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. I had a couple of tier 17 saved up for a while. I don't use Chaos Orbs on them at all. I kind of just roll them as they are and just hope for the best. I really don't mind dying on them. It's kind of fun. Like, I'm sure at some point in the future I'm going to know these bosses like the back of my hand. But while they're really hard and I have no idea what's going on, I don't know, it's kind of fun. I was getting wrecked during this fight, so I tried to use the Glacial Hammer character, but I forgot it was Ellie Reflect. So, that did not go well. I ran the other fortress. On the bright side, I can fully clear these maps now, which is really nice. But this one had a synthesis boss at the same time as the main boss of the fight, which was pretty terrifying. I didn't really know that could happen. I don't think I really read the tier 17. I kind of just run in them and hope for the best. I did fail, but we did fully clear the map. I did kill the synthesis boss, and I got the boss to half health. And I also now learned a few more of his abilities, so at least I learned something, you know? It's only really bad when you fail if you learn nothing from it. So that's how I'm going to justify failing. On the bright side, though, I did get a Gem Cutter Strongbox. Every time one of these pops up, I get so excited. I always make sure it has at least the only can roll support gems, which is fantastic. And we get an extra Val gem, which isn't too bad. The dream is you can roll it multiple times, but hey, even once is fantastic. I actually got 4 level 38 gems, which gives me 4 chances to get Spellblade. The odds are pretty bad, but I mean, you never know, it's possible. I got another gem cutter box here, which, like I was just saying, is always a good sign. More support gems. Please, Spellblade. I mean, Hex Bloom, that's cool. Okay, so I have 6 chances, or actually 7. I have 7 chances of getting Spellblade. Please. Please give me Spellblade. Just one Spellblade. Ah. Dude, what are the odds, man? I mean, obviously, like, there's a ton of blue support gems, so it's kind of rough. Actually, I have one more. Please? Yikes. Sacred Wisp. Wow, that's what I wanted. I decided to go back to my Volatile Dead for a little while. I did manage to kill the Phoenix on him, and I did not die a single time, which felt fantastic. But the fight was long. We were talking about a 3-minute and 25-second fight for the Phoenix, which, granted, my gems aren't level 21 or anything like that, and my wand isn't amazing, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's still pretty rough. This build is horrible against high mobility targets. It's such a pain to hit targets, and you're using so many buttons for such little damage output. So I'm going to shelve the Volatile Dead just for a little while I think of what to do with him. I really would like to try playing it as like Spell Slinger or Cast on Crit or something like that. But I don't know. If I get a really nice wand for it that has a bunch of flat damage, I might just jump back to it and try it again. This map was fantastic. Not only did I get a Gem Cutter Strongbox, but I get to open it 4 times. You're about to see the most gems I've ever seen in my life in one map. Like, look at this. How can you look at this and be like, nah, I don't want strong boxes. Why would I want strong boxes? Why would I want 24 support gems? Sure, half of them are duplicates, so it's 12 individual gems and 12 duplicates, but I mean, however you want to look at it, it's 24 gems on Ruthless. Which I do feel sad. I got all those gems and I didn't actually get the one I want. But on the same time, it's like I'm getting a bunch of gems so I could play a ton of other builds. I did die to this Phoenix because he was ghosted, which is pretty terrifying. But it dropped me a Drox, and it gave me another Phoenix, which is pretty insane. I feel like this league, a lot of my bosses have just been dropping more bosses. I don't know if it's just RNG or what's going on here. I don't really remember this happening too much in the past, but I guess I'm getting lucky. I don't really know. Got another Phoenix here. I've killed so many Phoenix, it's kind of ridiculous at this point. At least this one didn't drop another one, which granted, I do need them because I failed my 2 Uber Elders. Oh, I got a Power Rune. Oh, and I got the shield. Wow, that was a that was a pretty good night. Okay. Got another Phoenix here. I don't really know what I'm going to use the shield for. I'm trying to stay away from Gladiator, but the problem is I love Gladiator. Like, I love Gladiator. And now it's buffed and I really want to play it, so I don't know. I'll probably give it at some point, but I'm going to try to hold off as long as I can because I know that character is probably going to be really powerful. So I need to play something garbage to make up for it, if that makes any sense. I used my invitation and fought the King of the Mist, and I finally got a jewel. That was like, what, 9 kills to get one? Oh, it's lightning damage. I actually need that. That's fantastic. What the hell? I went and fought Cyrus on my Glacial Hammer character. The fight was so much faster. So much faster, so much easier. I did die twice. Part of the problem with that is once I get slowed by the laser, I'm kind of screwed. You're kind of like his whole mechanic of the death beam and stuff. Like if you don't have a movement skill, it's very hard to get away from. But I did kill him, had no issues. I killed him about 2 minutes and 18 seconds faster than my Hexblast Miner, which I never thought I would live in a reality where my Glacial Hammer Slayer is my main bosser above my Hexblast Miner, but hey, here we are. Hey, you know what though? Even though it's kind of weird and it's not super helpful, I am honestly just glad I have someone that can kill bosses. That's all that matters to me. That's all that matters. Kirak gave me a unique strongbox, but it was terrible. And I decided to run a bunch of tier 16s, and the map runners did not do good. They did not do good at all. Granted, it's a super small sample size. It was only like 4 or 5 maps, so I'm not giving up on them. But for now, I'm going to wait until I finish out my town, get that all upgraded, and then I might mess with it some more. Also, I'm not going to 3-to-1 my Ghost Scarabs anymore, my Tormented Spirits. They're so good. So good. Not only do you get a bunch of like maps from them, one time I got like 2 or 3 uniques. It's just such nice quality of life. I'm not getting rid of them anymore. As you can see here, I got like, I don't even know how many maps that is, like 15 maps. Fantastic. I finally got my first unique cluster jewel, not counting the Megalomaniac. Unfortunately, it was probably the absolute worst one to get, but it was still cool to see one. I mean, there's actually 2 that I would like to have. One of them is kind of okay, the other one would be sick. I completed the challenge. All you have to do is log out during the laser phase, and it doesn't hit you. And when you come back in, he's not doing it anymore, so it was pretty simple. I was kind of thinking you could do that earlier, but I kind of hate logging out to avoid stuff. But I mean, if it's just a challenge, I don't really care. The map runners have been letting me down, but again, it's only been a few maps. I'm not going to judge them too harshly. I will keep investing in the more, like I was saying earlier. Going for a 5-to-1 on Jules, and it was trash. Decided to val it because what else am I going to do with it? And I actually got a self-flagellation. Wow. The one time, the one league I don't draw a soul, or sorry, drop a soul mantle is the league I get self-flag. That is unfortunate. I mean, there's still time to drop it. You never know. It could happen. Got a nice little Chimera drop. I was just chilling on the Glacial Hammer character for a while. I kind of forgot how amazing this character feels to map with. It doesn't really matter how juiced the boss is, because he's always frozen anyway. Oh man, I saw a frigid bond, and for a second I thought, like, I saw a different icon. I was like, is that it? But no. Again, no. I mean, I keep getting like a 38 from my 38, and then that 38 just always goes to something trash. One of these days, man. One of these days we're gonna get the spellblade, but it's not today. Elder Guardians, just clearing these all out. I need to do, like I said earlier, another 2 Shapers, another 2 Elders. Gotta do my Uber Elder fight. I don't know if I'm gonna wait for a better character. I really kind of just want to try doing it on my Glacial Hammer. I really feel like he might be able to do it. Yeah, he's definitely gonna have some problems because he's not like the highest damage, and he's definitely not the tankiest build in the world. But I don't know. Could be fun. I finished my town. Absolutely everything is max level. It took me however long it is now, like what, 3, almost 4 weeks, which I think is pretty fair. For the amount of power and like stuff you actually get from the league mechanic, I think taking like 4 or 3 weeks to max it out makes sense. Granted, a lot of that money was me spending it on farmers. I really wanted to get them all tier 8 or above, and a couple of tier 10s, and I'm pretty happy I went for that. The Chimera actually dropped me a body armor that I'm gonna hold on to. I'm not saying it's really good, but look at that. Spell suppression, decent life, some res, and rarity. I don't know, man. I'm definitely gonna hold on to it. No idea if I'll ever use it, but it's kind of sweet. Now that I have my town maxed out, my goal is to run all 3 map devices with map runners. It's probably not going to happen for a while, but I do have 2 running right now. They're not doing red tier, they're only doing like between 7 and 9, I think, or something like that. I really need better map runners. The ones I have are pretty low level. All of my, like, it feels like every time a map runner dies, it's like always my tier 9 or something like that. So, unlucky. I'm trying to save up some Eldritch currency. That way, when I either reroll or try to go back to Volatile Dead, I can actually get some of the modifiers I really need. Volatile Dead would really benefit if I could get exposure on hit. But other than that, I don't think it needs anything too crazy. Except for the helmet, I'd like to get Fizz taken as whatever. Got a decent ring here, but it wasn't great, so I valed it. And it died, because obviously it died. My map runners finally gave me something nice. I got a Hrimsaro's helmet, which is fantastic. This is the helmet that gives you, or Hrimnor. Why did I say Hrimsaro? Hrimnor's Resolve, which is a fantastic helmet, give you freeze immunity, and another gem cutter box, which was trash, but that's cool. Hey, if you made it far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. The Volatile Dead is 80%, or sorry, 76% of the way to 81. I am going to put this character on hold for a little while. As you can see, I stripped some of his gear. I mean, it's not all gone. I still have the 5 link on and everything like that. I don't know. I would like to maintain this character, but the thing is, like, it's so much input for such little damage output. And a big problem with this character also is you don't do damage when you're moving. So if there's a bunch of like fast stuff chasing you, you kind of just die. RF does kind of help, but it's nowhere near enough to deal with like a juiced pack. But I don't know, man. I'm definitely not done with like Volatile Dead of Containment. I just don't know if I'm done with this version of it. Also, really quickly, I just want to remind you today I will be streaming from 2 p.m. Eastern time to 5 p.m. I might start it a little earlier, like 1:30 or something like that. And I might push it to like 6 o'clock, but I kind of doubt it. It really depends on when my wife gets home and stuff, and we have plans and whatever. But I just want to say there might not be a video on Saturday because, we're going to do the stream, and I don't really know how that's going to go. I will try to get a video out Saturday, but if not, I'll definitely see you on Monday. My plan is to farm on the Chieftain, or not the Chieftain, farm on the Slayer for a while, try to get some currency, try to get some more maps going on. We have a decent amount of money sitting around, but I really do need some more Eldritch currency. That way I can craft the stuff I really need, get some good modifiers that enable some builds. Outside of that, I almost have a Simulacrum, so that could be pretty cool. Maybe I could get a unique cluster jewel that might enable some crazy stuff. I don't know. Outside of that, though, I'm just, also this. And this. I have so many shields, man. So many shields. I don't know. We're gonna do something. I just have no idea what. I don't want to talk too much. My throat is dying, so I'll see you tomorrow.